One Sky is a new national level campaign that was put together by many different organizations, ranging from Union of Concerned Scientists to National Wildlife Federation to youth and faith organizations. And the idea behind One Sky is really pretty simple, that we all live under this one sky, and that no matter who we are or where we're from or what we're working on, that we all need to come together with one unified voice and fight to encourage our policymakers to pass legislation and mandates that are going to reduce our greenhouse gas emission levels and avoid the worst effects of global climate change that we're seeing now. And so One Sky is organizing on the national level and in the states to specifically create new jobs around renewable energy in the green economy, to put a moratorium on new coal plants, and to also reduce our global warming pollution levels to the levels that science says is necessary to avoid the worst effects of global warming. And my background really isn't what you would call an environmental work. I've worked for a farm organization, grew up in a very rural area, have worked in organizing and economic development, but not specifically in environmental issues. And I think what's important and what we need to all come together and realize is that no matter who we are or where we come from or what we're working on, we're all going to be impacted by global warming, and we all need to fight together to find solutions that are real and that they're at the scale of the problem that we have currently, and really put some pressure on our federal policymakers to do the right thing and put this country back on the right track. Well, I grew up in a very rural area, a town called Barrett, population 300. It's in west central Minnesota, right by the border of South Dakota and North Dakota. And I actually grew up on a beekeeping farm on an apiary. My father is a beekeeper. We have about 2,500 hives of bees. So I spent my childhood working for the family business, both going out and collecting the honey from the different hives and marketing it and selling it and bottling it, and also working in pollination. We'd take our bees out to groves of apples or strawberries to do pollination efforts for the farmers there. Well, really, REAMP and One Sky are working on very similar initiatives. It's a coalition of different organizations. We're all working to find solutions to climate change and reducing our global warming pollution levels. One Sky is working it on the national level, and so we have national level resources. We have a coalition of people who are working in DC and working with our partner organizations and really reaching out to that wide cross-section of society and working with a lot of different organizations on finding solutions to global warming. So One Sky really offers resources to REAMP in that it's on the national level as well as right here in the Midwest, partnering with organizations and networks such as REAMP. Well, since REAMP has such a large network of partners that they work with, and they're all on the local level here in the Midwest, we really can work together through the One Sky platform and their member organizations in REAMP to spread the message about One Sky and the work that we're doing, and use the REAMP network and the resources that REAMP has to get out the message and also put some pressure on our policymakers. Well, after much debate and consideration, I have come up with wild rice as my favorite grain. And now technically I'm not sure if it actually is a grain. There may be some people out there who would disagree that it is a grain, but it's such a diverse food source, so nutritious. You can use it in so many different food dishes, and it can be locally grown right here in the Midwest.